Hello everyone and welcome to the mobile application penetration testing course. In this course we are going to be talking about beginner to intermediate topics on mobile application penetration testing. We're going to be covering mostly Android, but if this course gets a lot of attention, I will cover some iPhone or iOS penetration testing as well. So what is in our course as far as content? Firstly, we are going to be discussing basics of mobile application penetration testing process. Then we are going to be setting up our lab. I am going to cover how to set up lab on Kali Linux or Windows. Then we are going to be doing some static analysis, dynamic analysis. Then I'm going to cover some bug bounty on mobile applications. And then we are going to wrap up the course with reporting. So this course is for beginners, but it's preferred to know certain things about computers, networking, etc., Linux, basics of programming, and OWASP Top 10, as it's going to be really relevant in this course. So I'm suggesting you, if you don't know these things like basics of computers, like of networking, of phones, you should familiarize yourself. And because Android is mostly based on Linux or Unix, or Android is based on Unix, it's basically like Linux. So mostly of the commands on Android is going to be the same as on Linux. So you should definitely familiarize yourself with Linux. So quick disclaimer, I am not a professional at bug bounty or mobile application penetration testing. I am learning the same as you are. And if you have any suggestions for me, if you have any ideas that I can implement in the course, please feel free to write in the comments, or you can write to me on Twitter or Discord. And if you have any questions or anything, here's my socials. So you can add me on X or Twitter, you can DM me on Discord, or you can write your questions in the comments. I'm going to be answering all your questions. If there's any mistakes in the course, you can correct me also. And I'm really happy to hear any feedback from you. So please feel free to comment or write me any suggestions or anything that you have for the course. So these are the resources that I really recommend for mobile application penetration testing. So first of all, we have OWASP Mobile Top 10. It's like normal OWASP Top 10 for web applications, but it's for Android and applications on mobile. So I really recommend you to check it out. I'm going to be linking all of these resources in the description. Then we have the HackTricks checklist for Android, as well as HackTricks checklist for iOS. And these are basically like a methodology or some resources uh, that you can look at while doing mobile application penetration testing for helping you in that process. Okay, so now we are going to be covering mobile application penetration testing process. So first of all, we have Reconnaissance. And Reconnaissance is finding as much information from public sources about our target as possible without directly interacting with it. This could include looking at target app on the Play Store or the Apple Store, or looking at earning reports and press releases. This could also include looking at their public website, their social media, etc., and finding as much information about the target without interacting with it. So first, we are going to be looking at the Play Store. Okay, so now I am going to be showing you how to do actual reconnaissance on a app on Google Store and Apple Store. So we are going to be doing reconnaissance on Uber app because it's on, I believe, HackerOne's bug bounty program. It has a bug bounty program on HackerOne, and we have permission to test this app. So first of all, when we are on Play Store, first thing that we see is that Uber app is created by Uber Technologies Incorporated, right? So we can go ahead and take a look at this company, and this company, as we can see, has created some other apps such as Uber Eats, Uber Driver, Uber Eats Manager, etc. And if we have permission to hack on any of our company's created apps, we can hack on all of these apps, so that expands our attack surface a lot. Then the second thing that I suggest you to look at while doing reconnaissance is about this app and the app updates. So we can read about this app. There's a lot of information about their company, about how app functions, about their, as you can see, features, etc. Then we can see versions when it was updated, like what permissions does it need, and if we scroll down, this app doesn't really have update notes, but some other apps have like updated on some day, and then it's going to show you what was new in the update, so you can expand your attack surface and attack only on these new features of the app. And new features are probably more vulnerable to attacks, as they are just as they just came out and they're brand new, and they could contain some bugs that haven't been found by other bug bounty hunters or penetration testers. Then we are going to be looking at ratings and reviews. And on ratings, we can see what's good with the app, we can see what's bad, and we can see some people telling about some bugs that they encounter. So you can take advantage of these people that are reporting a broken functionality of the app, and you can test that functionality, as it might contain a bug or something. For example, this one-star comment doesn't really cover a lot about actually bugs of the app, and it just tells that drivers don't go to addresses list for pickup. That doesn't bother us, but if we find a comment that says, oh, this part of the app, this button doesn't work, or something like that, we can 100% take advantage of this, and we can see we can check that part of the app out, and we can see what's wrong with that button or stuff like that. Now, let's move on to the App Store. It's really similar to the Play Store, but we can find more information. The more we look at other sources, there might be listed some other information here. Like we can take a look as well at the company on the App Store, and we can see that they have created like the same apps, but there's this Postmates app. I don't think it was on the Play Store. Let me see. Yes, so for example, on the Play Store, there's no such app as this Postmates food delivery. So this is really interesting, as we found another app that we could test on, do it during our bug bounty hunt or penetration test. And we can do everything the same as in Play Store, but for example, in the App Store now, we see that there is some update information. As you can see, they have updated and improved localization across the app. So we can take a look at that. This isn't really helpful at all, because they didn't list like functionality that they added or removed. But if they mention some new functionality that has been added to the app, then we can certainly go take a look at it, and we can also read the description. I don't think it will differ a lot, but you can expand your attack surface. Maybe you can find some functionality that has been mentioned in this description that hasn't been mentioned on the Play Store. And then we can take a look at ratings as well. Everything is the same. We can just read the ratings about bugs of the app, etc. And they're really helpful. And as I already told you, I'm really suggesting you to take a look at apps' earning reports and press releases, as they often contain a lot of information, such as maybe if the earnings are higher on the month, then we can take a look why are they higher. Maybe they mention a new functionality that they added, because of that, earnings are higher. And really a good idea to check earning reports and press releases, because they contain a lot of information about our app. Next is static analysis, right? And static analysis is basically reading source code of our application or using automated tools to test their security. In this course, we are going to be covering static analysis. We are going to be looking at injured Android app and how to actually perform static analysis. And basically, while doing static analysis, you can find a lot of things such as URLs, emails, usernames, storage buckets, maybe you can find some credentials in hard-coded in the source code. You can check hard-coded strings, maybe security misconfigurations. You can find additional targets, and you can find a lot of things such as that. And static analysis includes looking for storage buckets, and then it includes looking for Firebase URLs, looking for URLs, looking for SQL or NoSQL statements or databases, looking for variables, and looking for storage locations. There you can find things such as like default credentials, sensitive customer data. Static analysis is really important for bug bounty or mobile application penetration testing. So it is must that you actually do that static analysis. Then we are going to be moving on to dynamic analysis. So dynamic analysis is basically interacting with the application, maybe manipulating application to do things that you don't want it, that wasn't intended for application to do, maybe accessing certain endpoints that weren't meant to be accessed, attacking the application with OWASP top 10, doing things like SQL injection, cross-site scripting, maybe finding IDOR, XML external entities, etc. And also we are going to be doing dynamic analysis in this course. We are going to be intercepting our traffic of the application with burp suit. We are going to be dumping memory from the application to check maybe for insecurely stored secrets. We are going to be breaking SSL pinning, and we are going to be doing stuff like that. Dynamic analysis is where you find most of your bugs, and where you are going to be attacking the application and actually maybe exploiting it. But it's not. You're probably not going to do things like actually breaking into the organization. When you find some sort of remote code execution, you're not going to be doing that. If you're doing bug bounty, you're going to just report your findings to the organization and get, well, paid for your bounty. And the last step in our process is reporting. So reporting is providing your findings to the company and telling the company their criticality, and they are going to be fixing it probably. If they don't fix it, then it's their choice. but your work as a penetration tester or bug bounty hunter is to report your findings to the company. And if you're doing bug bounty, then your reports must be instant, as fast as possible. If they're really critical, if they're low findings, you can try to leverage them and escalate them to like medium or high or maybe even critical. So you can hold on to the lower severity findings or try to escalate their uh, impact. And also, don't forget to include possible mitigations for your findings, because most companies like to actually reward you for including mitigations. And if you include mitigations, you might get rewarded even more, or company might like you more, you know. So including possible mitigations is a really good option. You can, it is not necessary, but if you do that, then you might receive a higher bounty. And that is basically it for the first video of our series on mobile application penetration testing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment about what did you like about the video, what you did not like. And I will see you in the next video.